مكان بديل عن هذا، يعني هذا المكان انا اشعر بقلق منه.
بشير يعني بس رجاء
بصراحه اشعر بخوف من هذا المكان، يعني الله يستر من هذا اليوم.
الله يستر من هذا اليوم. بس بشير ما كنا يعني هاي الوقت هذا بشرفك، بس هذا في اللحظات هذه اللي رحنا نصور احنا فيها.
اوكي لا بالتاكيد
يا اخي بشير رجاء يعني افهمني كل شيء، ما عندنا وقت صراحه. بس حضور العراق
خليت لك احساس الخوف بس.
انا اشكرك بس ما عندنا
اساس اليوم
معلش باقي 4 ايام نخلص تصوير.
خلاص حذرنا من هذا.
زين جاي شوف البشير. تخاف منو وين بشير؟ زين شنو هالسيارة؟ السيارة لونها ابيض شنو هاي؟ دول اللاصقين بشير ايش بيه؟
They kidnapped us. Al-Qaeda, in the middle of the shooting, they came. They were about to take 2 of my actors. I ran to them, fight happened, you know, boom. And we went to the hospital because we are bleeding. And inside the hospital, the militiat of Jalaluddin Saghir kidnapped us, tortured us. And then they handed us to the American, accusing us with the American that we are Al-Qaeda, making a propaganda film for Al-Qaeda. Then the American torture us, you know, abusing, sexual abuse Ahmed and Emir because they were very young. And then they put us in the prison for 7 days inside the green zone. This is how you make a film in Iraq in 2004.
Mohamed Al-Daradji vuelve a Irak en plena invasión. En 2003, la coalición liderada por Estados Unidos libera a los iraquíes de la dictadura de Saddam Hussein, pero sume al país en otra guerra eterna, el caos y la violencia. Con un pretexto, unas armas químicas que nunca aparecerán. Salir a la calle entre bombardeos de la coalición y atentados de la insurgencia es una proeza, casi una temeridad. Pero Mohamed, que ha estudiado cine en Europa, está empeñado en rodar en Irak, un país donde la historia escribe cada día una nueva página.
In Son of Babylon, when we shot in Baghdad in the bus station, we filmed and then a suicide bomb happened nearby us. You know, shooting happened. So always in Iraq, it's become a culture for me and for my team. Shoot and go, don't stay long. Try not to stay in the location more than three days, you know, for security reasons. I'm happy to sit with you and to talk with you today because I'm supposed not to be alive. Scene 1, slate 1, take 1, Mohamed Al-Daradji, day 1, and mark it.
هاي
ايش صاير بيك؟ تعال وياي. لا 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 تخاف. أنا مو مخبر. تعال لا تخاف. وش
I mean, Ahlam, I throw a very important question. Who's crazy? Who's mental? People that are ill or the people that create the war and create the chaos and the looting after 2003? So I was saying, Muhammad, those people, they are not mental. Those people is the normal. And we, the people that create the chaos in Iraq in 2003 and make the war, is the mental.
زوركم يلا
En un Irak enloquecido y devastado por una guerra que no cesa, en medio de la pesadilla, Mohamed Al-Daradji rueda en 2004 su primer largometraje, Ahlam, Sueños. Basada en hechos reales, narra las vidas cruzadas de 3 personajes que acaban en un psiquiátrico cuando las tropas norteamericanas están atacando Bagdad. Filmar en un país ocupado y en guerra supone jugarse la vida cada día. El rodaje resulta tan duro y peligroso que se convertirá en otra película, el documental Irak, guerra, amor, Dios y locura.
إذا حل مشكلة أحلام وين المشاكل اللي عندك الحين؟ قلت هذا اللقاء نجح.
ما أقدر يعني ما أقدر أشتغل.
ليش؟
أسباب ما أقدر يعني بس المسألة الأهم هي مسألة الوضع يعني كل شيء متردي بالعراق ما أقدر. هتوفر لي إنه أروح وأجي سالمة للبيت؟
يعني إيش؟ أنا طرف البلد هو هيك بس أنت يعني لازم تضحي فيه.
أنا خاصة جتي أيام قبل أكثر من أسبوع ونص ما طلعنا زين كيف يا ترى إنه أصور وياك وأكو يجوز أماكن برا أو حتى لو داخلية أكو كاميرات وأكو شيء أكو سيارات مبينة للتصوير يعني هذا فد شيء كله صعبة خاصة بالعراق يعني لا تحكي لي بالسينما بالعراق أبد هو التصوير كله صعب.
Yeah. They call me on the time when I was making Ahlam, they call me the crazy Muhammad, the mental Muhammad. خبل. It's not easy. You need to be really fighter. And we were fighter. We were feeling like a soldier in the war against everybody, just to make the film.
My name, Rad Mushattat.
السلام عليكم. هيا هيا.
Tras 24 años en el exilio, el tiempo que duró la dictadura de Saddam Hussein, Rad Mushattat vuelve al país como cineasta. Su documental Five Faces narra el regreso de 5 iraquíes. De las 5 caras, una es la suya.
تعرف شو كلاسيك؟ يعني الستائر قطيفة، زين، الكوشنات قطيفة.
La cámara es testigo de su reencuentro con la familia, amigos y los lugares que tanto habían añorado desde su huida del régimen.
You know, 24 years of your life. You have that dream in your mind and in your soul, okay? At that moment, that was probably the happiest moment I ever had in my life, really. The day I came back and entered Baghdad, and this is Baghdad, you see, you know, it was on fire still. That breaks our heart then, and you know the remnants of the war everywhere. You find it everywhere. During the years of the embargo, internationally, the embargo itself didn't allow films to get into Iraq, okay? And there is no production inside the country. So, naturally, the whole thing stopped. That is why now when we go to movie theaters, you find them deserted, you find them dilapidated, you know, really old. There is no renovation, or there is no, they are just ruins, some of them, just ruins, absolutely.
This is the old cinema in Baghdad. Unfortunately, here screened a lot of old films and a lot of films. So after the war, see what happened with this building. The people take this building and make this building storage because there is no law. There is no one care about the heritage here.
Las películas iraquíes que Yahya veía en su infancia eran pura propaganda del régimen de Saddam. Inversiones millonarias en una pequeña industria al servicio del partido único, el Ba'ath. Un cine tan cercano al dictador como alejado de la sociedad y de sus problemas. En casa de Yahya se leía a Lorca, a Ionesco o a Chekhov, autores prohibidos durante la dictadura. Su padre tenía que esconder aquellos cantos a la libertad.
Luis, do you hear? My name is Yahya Al-Allaq, Iraqi filmmaker. We are in a beautiful place, Baghdad. In school, they're teaching us, you have in this country, one Saddam, one Ba'ath party. So you're supposed to believe in that. If you are never, you're gonna get killed. So in the beginning, I saw Saddam is look like Rambo, like Rambo, look like a god. So after the war, 2003, what I find I have 8 uncles. So my uncle was escaped from Iraq when he was 18, okay? Because the Saddam dictator, and our family really got hurt from that, and always my grandma and my grandfather like crying. But I don't know why they cry, but after the war, before the war, my grandfather, he get died. And he couldn't see his son. Because my uncle, he was against Saddam. So after the war, my uncle is coming. We don't know him.
And I escaped Iraq actually because of my cousin. My cousin, he used to be in the political party against the Saddam regime, and they kill him, hang him. So on the time I felt like there is no place for me in this country, so I left the country. My father wanted me to be imam, to be sheikh, because when I was at the age of 10 years old, I used to go to do the call of prayer in the mosque, you know. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And then my brother, he sort of left communist, you know. He gave me the first theater piece of Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet. And since then I start to discover this, and I felt myself connected. My mother in 2003-4, when I was making Ahlam, she was saying to me, why are you making fiction film and bringing actors? Our life is a fiction. Our life is a cinema.
El cine de Al-Daradji bebe del neorrealismo italiano. Cercano al documental, se rueda en escenarios reales con actores no profesionales, aprovechando la luz natural, con bajo presupuesto y una temática social que retrata las heridas de un Irak sacudido por la violencia. Pero en Italia, la Segunda Guerra Mundial ya había terminado. Mohamed rueda en un Irak que se sigue desangrando.
Unfortunately, in Iraq, there is no president has been taken power in peaceful way. I'm the war generation. I saw a lot of blood. It's still affecting our generation. Yes, we have a hope. Yes, we are passionate. Yes, we want to do things. But still, for me, I release it in my films. You see a soldier, you see dead, you see killed, you see, I release it. But another people doesn't release it. So what do you have? You have people, psychologists have problem, issue. 38 million of Iraqi have issue. Honest.
لا شر كويت عشان بشاني بوم برايمين كرد كانت ياك كماني هي زي أمريكا كاني هي شكرا وسر جيستر شان جاركم هلا ده أمنا ما بنسم هذا نسم ببرد لقصكم كبرايمين كرد للعياني ويزكي وبربو بني خاني
Nine years actually, since I shot my film Son of Babylon here. It was here in this station, I was here 9 years with my crazy crew. The American helicopter flying around us. This area was cut off, Boom happened on the same day, like about half mile from here. It was like really a special experience. Where I sit now is the grandmother, Ibrahim. And she ran to the bus.
Son of Babylon, hijo de Babilonia, es la desesperada historia de una mujer que busca a su hijo desaparecido durante la dictadura de Saddam. Con su nieto, recorre cárceles y fosas comunes del norte al sur del país. La protagonista, Shazda Hussein, pasó en la vida real 5 años en prisión. Allí perdió su bebé. Testificó en el juicio a Saddam y todavía no ha encontrado a su marido. Ella siente ese mismo dolor. En la película no actúa, lo vive.
Son of Babylon for me was like really the film. It was the only important film I did in my life. I will go with heaven with this film. For me, this film, if I did any mistake in my life, I believe, inshallah, God will forgive me because of this film.
Son of Babylon fue la primera película que se proyectó en el Parlamento iraquí. Pocas veces el cine logra cambiar la política. Esta fue una de ellas. El drama de las desapariciones entró en la agenda. El gobierno formó una comisión para investigar las fosas comunes creadas por Saddam Hussein. Se calcula que en ellas hay más de 300.000 iraquíes. Aún hoy, los cineastas siguen impulsando cambios desde el Parlamento. Llevan 8 años luchando por la creación de un fondo nacional para el cine iraquí.
الموازنة قليلة فبدينا نتحرك معا سوية على تخصيص جزء لدعم السينمائيين والمسرح. فاصطدمنا بواقع مرير إنه قلة التخصيصات المالية.
Iraq doesn't need a lot of money. We have enough, but we are losing. If you think Iraq as a company, one company, this company is sacked. We try to do something made in Iraq. We, through our culture, through our films, to do something called Made in Iraq. That's why we are fighting. We go into the Iraqi parliament to fight for the Iraqi National Film Fund law.
There is no private sector to make movie, okay? The government, for the last 5 years, they didn't do a frame, okay? Any Iraqi you touch, okay? Stories, just flow, really, okay? And we've got amazing stories that if we have true, real cinema, we could make great movies. But in the government, in the state, in the policies, they are not really, doing anything.
Which problems do you find to get funds here in Iraq to do cinema?
There is no funds here in Iraq. There is no financial in Iraq. We sent some of the students to outside Iraq. But when it came to fund the project, like for example, Yahya project, as example, tell them about your film. How did you get funded? From where did you get funded?
I am really very optimistic. That's why I decided to came back to Iraq. So I supposed to believe to US, and I find the work over there. But this guy, Mohamed, actually Mohamed is like the big brother here because he teaching us everything. So he inspired us, So he called me, come back, and we're gonna make a film,
And I put him in bad situation, fortunately.
السلام عليكم، شلونك حبيبي؟
يا هلا يا مرحبا.
شلونك؟
يا هلا.
يلا عن اذنك. هلا بيك. لا تسلم، شكرا لحبيبي. So guys, I'm gonna explain to you why I choose this location for my film, War Gangster. So first of all, the introduction of the film, it was started from this way. So I put the camera here and I put 100 the lens, and I saw the guy, the boy, he came from that way with the canister. You see here the beautiful building, you saw we call it in Iraqi dinek. You see the dinek, and there is the depth of field in this location.
Con lo aprendido en Estados Unidos, a su regreso, Yahya hizo algunos cortometrajes. War Canister nos mete en la piel de un niño que roba petróleo para salvar a su familia de la miseria. Un retrato fiel de la crisis económica de uno de los mayores exportadores de crudo.
The can with the oil, it's mean the war. Everything, any problem in Iraq, any problem coming to the people, any war coming to Iraq, coming from where? From the oil. Because we have oil, we have a problem. So that's the target of the film. We are in the old street in the Baghdad, but now we are in the Iraqi Independence Film Center. It's the old house in the street. It's the owner of this house. He is the first minister of economy in Iraq. So let's guys show to you this house and follow me, please. We went in this place and we love this place actually because this place inspired us to make something for the Iraq and for the history. So also here we have like people work here to rebuild everything and make everything is good. This is our office. So Mohamed is over there, Atiyah, Hassan. We came here every day and we did like a lot of things for the cinema.
Como no había industria en el sector, Mohamed, Yahya y otros cineastas crearon el Centro de Cine Independiente iraquí. Desde aquí animan a jóvenes cineastas a producir y filmar sus primeros trabajos. Construyen lo que este país no ha sido capaz de reconstruir para el séptimo arte. Mohamed es el alma y el motor de este centro.
We want to be independent in the country you cannot be independent. We could easily, this place could be easy fixing spending money if we go to any political party or anything's there, you know. But we need to be loyal to them. And corruption. It's unbelievable fucking corruption in this country. Corruption everywhere. That kill us. That make us so mental. That imagine the recent corruption. You have 4 hospitals has been paid and people employed in this hospital and medicine has been paid on paper, but there is no hospital. So corruption everywhere has become a sort of a culture.
When I came here and I find there is a new war, ISIS involved Mosul. Invaded Mosul. Okay, and there is a new war, and I have been like planning to make to do my first feature film here. It was about my childhood side, and I got shocked actually because there is a new war here.
They destroyed Mosul Museum, okay, here it is. What did the Islamic State do, okay, through its reign? It's actually ashes, it's destruction. Now we're talking about stone, they say, okay, so let's forget about what they did to people.
El terror del Daesh vuelve a meter a los iraquíes en sus casas. Cuando aún no se han librado de la violencia sectaria, surge una nueva amenaza que reprime cualquier resquicio de arte, cultura y libertad.
Violence is getting less and less, okay? People are regaining ordinary normal life, okay? Having a taste of what normal life is, okay? Now you go to malls and you go to the markets and you find people, really enjoying this moment in time, because we've been at war for very long time, and with ISIS and with these terror organizations, they used to hit anywhere, wherever it is, So people were scared, okay? Live in fear.
فطور كانت اكو سيطرات وهمية في الشارع، لأن كانت سنوات 2007 سنوات عنف كلش صعبة. أي شخص يفوت من هاي السيطرة ممكن يوقفوه وياخذونه، لأن كانت سنوات كلش قاسية. احنا مرينا العراقيين بال2007 شنو صار، فنزلوا والدي أخذوه ونزلوا أخوي أخذوه. والدي صعدوه في سيارة وأخوي في سيارة. كان الموقف كله صعب لما أخذوهم وبقيت بوحدي. ولما افترينا رجعنا أسمع الإطلاقات النارية من مسافة قريبة، لأن كان وقوع الحادثة قريب منا من أخذوهم. لما علمنا وشفت إنه أبوي انقتل، هذا شيء كله صعب. عبد الله داود ماركت. الذاكرة لما كنت تقعد مني من النافذة وكنا نفوت مني معالم بغداد، كنت الأقواس شلون بها الأفوية مشتغلة وهورنات السيارات واللايت شلون من تجي سيارة على سيارة من هنا يكون ضوء كلش قوي من زاوية السيارة الثانية. كانت يعني كلش حلوة بذاك الوقت، بحيث إنه يعني أني أتمنى أرجع هذاك الوقت.
La violencia sectaria le arrebató a su padre y a su hermano a los 14 años. Desde entonces sueña con volver a escuchar sus voces. En el hecho más doloroso de su vida, encontró también la motivación para estudiar y hacer cine, como catarsis y como motor de cambio.
انظر اشوف هاي الناس، كل واحد بهاي الناس عنده فد قضيه بداخله او عنده فد قصه بداخله، فانا احاول اشوفهم، اشوف شنو عيونهم، احاول انظر لعيونهم، لان هنا الناس هذا خاصه كراده داخل، هي بيها روح، بيها حياه. الحقيقة هو السينما إذا كانت أكو فد صناعة أو فد فرصة لصناعة فيلم أو المشاركة في صناعة فيلم، فحتكون أكو فرصة كلش بسيطة، لأن الأجور كلش تكون مو ذاك الرقم المطلوب، فحتكون العيشة بها شوية صعوبة.
Abdallah pone los pies en la tierra cada día al venir a esta peluquería. Aquí enseña el oficio a otros chavales y peina gratuitamente a migrantes y refugiados. Sabe que le queda mucho pelo que cortar antes de poder dedicarse al cine profesionalmente.
يلا حبيبي، يلا عيني.
Pero no pierde de vista sus sueños. Con el impulso del Centro de Cine Independiente, ya ha rodado su primer cortometraje. Como su país, avanza a ritmo lento, pero no está dispuesto a dar un paso atrás.
أنا لازم أروح وتأخرت.
This is what I say. This is what you have in Yahya and Abdullah and all these guys. You saw the new generation that came from the film center. You know, they have a hope. Some of my colleague Iraqi filmmaker, they made the films outside Iraq. Iraq is story, but they made Iraq outside. I said no. It is not only about the making film. It's also about having this country exist, building culture, educate people, do everything here. I believe if we make every year in Iraq 100 films, good quality, people can see it around Iraq, 20 years from now, you have different nations. The scene when she entered the door, you know, here, in the beginning of the film, you know, I stopped this moment. Mohamed Al-Daradji stopped this moment because here, she came actually here, and here she is trying to bomb the station, the scene number 1. Imagine me, Mohamed, I have a bomb. Imagine, let we imagine that. And I come to those people. I don't know him. Look to this nice man. He have nothing. He's calling maybe his baby or he's talking, you know, with his family. I don't know him. I don't have any problem with him. I don't know his name. I don't know his surname. I don't know where he's from. Why I need to kill him? Give me one simple reason, one human reason.
As Iraqi people, like, this is the monster. The bomber is the monster that we all trying to avoid for long years, in the traffics, in the markets, everywhere.
A través de Sara, una terrorista suicida, la decisión retrata el horror de la violencia sectaria que ha atemorizado a la sociedad iraquí desde 2003.
So, becoming this was the hardest part. Becoming my fear, my everyday fear, it was the hardest thing for me in the role. Zahra Gandour, interview 1, slate 1, take 1. Action. Hello.
Es la primera vez que Zahra vuelve a esta estación desde el rodaje. Asegura que le costó curarse de aquel personaje que, sin embargo, despertó su pasión por el cine. Ahora ha decidido ponerse al otro lado de la cámara y está rodando su primer documental. Como directora, tiene una barrera más que superar.
Being a woman, it's way harder than being a man in Iraq. There are many places I can't go to just because I'm a woman. Even like I know when we have the agreements and papers for the checkpoints, for the army that we have here and there, when we go to them, I'm responsible for this team, but the officer, I had this more than one time, the officer is not looking at me, like they speak to other guys in the team, like, and that's so humiliating. And everyone like around me always like, why are you doing such a thing? Like, it's not a woman job. I don't know what's a woman job exactly. Yeah.
La decisión representó a Irak en los Oscar. Llegar a Hollywood fue un logro, pero el milagro ocurrió en casa. Es la primera película iraquí que se ha proyectado en cines comerciales en 27 años. Una excepción en una cartelera colonizada por el cine estadounidense.
I sold my house and used that amount to invest in this business. And now, as you see, we have a lot of people. The thing is for the produce also, for the making film. There is no one they have to take the risk to produce the movie.
Esta imagen, cines llenos un martes por la noche, era imposible hace solo unos años. Las únicas salas de cine que tienen éxito en Irak están en centros comerciales. Es un fenómeno reciente. El propietario de este cine empezó en 2011 y ya tiene 5 complejos en el país. El negocio funciona. El desafío es que el público recupere la confianza en el cine iraquí. Aún no hay una industria propiamente dicha, pero sí cineastas dispuestos a darlo todo.
How I can lift this country, because this country have a lot of war. So we need to to do the catharsis, there is influence. So we need to repeat the psychology. We need to make them to change everything, to forget the war, forget the influence. So we can do that through the cinema.
Los iraquíes han resistido y por fin empiezan a respirar. Se sienten más seguros, recuperan el ritmo, la luz, el pulso de la vida. Necesitan pasar página. Ahora quieren divertirse. Los cineastas independientes han hecho posible lo imposible, contra todo y contra todos. Con su fuerza, crean y creen en un país que necesita, merece salir adelante.
Our train never stopped. Very simple ways. This is always I say. Our train never stopped and nobody will stop it. Because when he stop it, I'm dead. You know? Any wall, we broke it. There is no wall can be stay and hold against us. Every time there is an option, there is a solution. Wherever there is a problem, I like problems. Because when you have a problem, you have a solution, you're going to think about how to bring the solution, you know? And you're going to create something. I say, nobody can stop us, only death.